absolutely could not believe. I was so depressed when I heard brother Shaquille O'Neal said he would tell his daughter to make sure she get a man she can control. Why would you tell your daughter to get a man she can control?
The context of that.
You do?
I do. I don't know. It sounds...
I want to do I got it. The man said, make sure she gets some dude, but the bottom line was she can control. And I'm like, what is your daughter gonna do with a dude she can control? You see what happened with Will Smith when he got remote control? What does she have him do? I'm saying, let me ask you a question. What woman who control her man get him to do something that's moral? Do you know of a woman who control her man that makes sure he conducts himself in a way where he can look up in the mirror as a man?
Sounds so crazy. Outright saying,
what he said.
But you got to, who?
And all the guys in the room, when he said it, was quiet. They was letting him hang himself. The Shaq was going, he thought he was preaching. He was like, get you a man you can control. I was like, what'd he say? Did he say get a man you can control?
I mean, you got to look at who he is as a person. Did he allow his wife to take control of him?
Well, he said something about his wife. He said everything happened because of what he did.
Right.
So basically, he said the reason she was buying other niggas shit with his money is because of what he did. I'm just saying. He said it's all his fault. And I like Shaq. But I'm like, what is he thinking right now? Why is he saying this stuff? Shaq, you get out. You don't look like you get out.
I don't know. I'd have to hear it.
I mean, I know Shaq got some stuff going on with his biological father where, you know, he wasn't there for him. And Shaq gives all the credit to his stepfather. You know what I'm saying? But
actually, I think
maybe the stepfather used to get ran by his mama. Maybe. I don't know.
I mean,
what make a man I would tell my daughter flat out, whoever you pick, you better make sure he a moral person and he a 100 motherfucker who stand on what he say. You ain't never gonna be able to control no man. If you try to control a man, you ain't gonna do nothing but destroy your family. Look at Jada family. A boy who fuck niggas and football players.
He called it Will family. He called it Will family. He said, look at Jada family.
She writing letters to a man who passed. This is what happened when you are in control of your man. You don't. Who got a story about a woman who controlled a man that was, somebody say Shaq was hacked? I believe that.
I think so.
Cannot think that.
But
he said it on the show, or he tweeted it or something.
Has me a little. This one right here gets me a little bit more jarred than that. What you said.
What line you talking about?
He said in a recent podcast, I tell my boys, when y'all get 18, you all got to go. Girls can stay as long as they want.
And find a man you can control.
What? Oh my, I don't know. And then he even says, he came right out and said that like my girl, I guess it meant I like my girls a little bit better, and I view them more as sensible than the sons. I trust them more.
Now, you know when you put favoritism over children, that the children that
they're gonna resent it.
They're gonna have that bitter seed in them.
Like you put favoritism over You put favoritism over the gender. Period.
So, 5150 shout out, of course. I think in regards to that, I gotta agree. I think it's weird for somebody to say something like that. A father to say something like that. A man to say something like that in general. Like, why would you want your daughter to get a man she can control? In the sense of that, it don't make sense. Because how can you? What kind of man is out there that can be controlled? And what sense of controlling do you mean? I don't think it worked like that. Unless he's telling his daughter to get a weak man, a man that fears the thought of what she could possibly say to anything that he do, or something like that. I still don't get it. It just made no sense. You don't get a man you can control. You find somebody that's an equal to you, somebody that balance you out, somebody that y'all can uplift each other and strengthen each other. You don't want to feel like the strong piece no matter what. You don't want to feel like the one that's in charge leading. You want to be able to be led. Most women I know want to be able to be led. It ain't about being controlled. It's about being secure. It's about feeling safe, comfort, love. You know what I mean? Provided for. Even if they provide for themselves some, it's a lot of ways that men provide that they get out of that. It's weird to think that you would want your daughter to get a man that she can control. I doubt that you was controlled. I don't think Shaq was controlled at all. I feel like if anything, I think that he probably was so wild to the point that he feel like that he shouldn't have been allowed to behave that way. But if you think about it, who could have shut him down? Who could have controlled you, Shaq? Shani, all bit of 5'2". What was she supposed to do? What was she supposed to do to control you? All she could do was sit happy, smile, enjoy the money, you know what I mean, and act like everything all good so it didn't get taken away until she got to a point where she was like, you know, this ain't working, and I do get some of this. I'm entitled to some of this. Of course, I'm glad you admitted that you was in the wrong for most of it. You know, I'm sure you know what you was out there doing. But doing your dirt and moving the way you was moving should make your mind think the way it think. And if you feel that way about your boys, it should make you feel that way also. You know what I mean? People grow. Sometimes you be put on the spot and you answer questions in a way that make you feel like it's the way that it should be answered or it's accurate. But sometimes you say stuff that put your foot in your mouth and you need to be checked. And Chad need to be checked for that. Don't discredit and don't love your sons less than your girls. They all need love, especially your sons, if anything, I would think. You know what I mean? Your girls know you're going to love them regardless and take care of them. They always got a home and daddy. But you definitely want to make sure them boys feel secure and safe too. Make sure they know daddy got their back. Make sure he want the best for them. And I know you want to be hard on them. You learned a certain way, probably had it hard on you. But remember certain things that you could have went without being done to you, that you would have been still a good, successful person had it did not happen. So remember that, and remember that everybody different. And remember, don't show a lack of love or support for one side of your children than the others just because they're boys and because they girls. They're gonna learn because you're gonna teach them. Also, just realize that you don't want your daughter to be with somebody that was somebody that they can control. You want them to be with somebody that they feel like that they can sit back and they can handle any situation that come up for both of them, and that she can be an added hand, you know, like, hey, I can think of something just like you can, but you don't want to be like, oh, I think of something and you're going to execute it for me. You don't want to have to be the brain. What happens if she gets sick? What he going to do? Sit there looking stupid, wait for her to tell her what to do? Anything. Like, you don't want that.